All right, make sure this thing's working here. Perfect. What's up, everybody? Good morning. You're on XLeads. Sorry, running a little bit behind. Run from project to project. So today we're talking about XLeads. We're going to talk about, honestly, we're just going to do a refresher course and show you how to get this set up. And we're going to go over a lot today to cover. So as usual, if you got a question, put it in the comments. We've been traveling all week. We got back. Everybody we met in Orlando, it was amazing. We had a great time. We got deep in the X leads. And the one thing I want everybody to walk away. By the way, if you have a question, put it in the comments. We'll do our best to get it answered. Is no matter what lead source you do, if you do cold calling, you do SMS, you do direct mail, if you do PPC, PPL, at the end of the day, guys, you have to have a system like XLeads. Otherwise, all that money you're spending on all those systems, in my opinion, you're throwing it out the window. You're in a society in 2025 going into 2026 where you actually have to have a systematic process to follow up on leads. And we'll answer questions with the DPL thing we're doing with PPL. Now more than ever, it is important to have an extremely extensive follow-up system. So XLeads basically does, it does so many things, but let's understand. It helps you do your marketing. It replaced all those softwares that charge you a ton of money just to get your list. Number two, it'll handle the skip tracing for you. At some point, you will need skip tracing. Number three, it handles all the comping, everything you need to do. Number four, I think the most important thing is your follow-up system. And we use Go High Level because it is the most robust, the most advanced system you can do. And we have the best workflow set up for you. Why? I've been wholesaling 23 years. People like Zach and Max, they understand all the modern day stuff. Even us old guys have to get on and change the ways we do stuff. So guys, if you're going to ramp up and spend money on marketing and you're going to do it on like some frame built Podio or Google sheet, I'm just telling you, I don't think it's a good return. Do you have to listen? You don't even technically need XLeads, but once you want to turn this into a business, I don't know any other way you can do this without like XLeads. I'm watching posts where people say, these companies, they can't, they can't do this. Listen, people told me and Zach we couldn't do software. We have given you the most robust software in all of wholesaling. And eventually it'll be in all of real estate. But I'm always biased towards the wholesaler, so I always favor this software for the wholesaler. Everybody understand that? And then the last part is we have the e-signing built in our platform. So when you're if I'm working on 2,000 leads, I don't know, PPL, PPC, whatever, cold call, we have a system to do it. Now, here's what I want you to understand. People who try to steer you that I've watched so many people come in and out of wholesaling for 24 years. And there's some people around as long as me, if not longer. But honestly, when you work with the Gins, my son's only 26. We're going to be here a long, long time. So we're always going to represent the wholesalers. You got to understand, PPC, PPL is still new to me, and we're figuring it out. And there's great providers out there. We're not at war with anybody. And honestly, when we up our game, everybody else up our games, and you guys benefit the most. So you saw what we did with coaching. You saw what we did with wholesaling software. We can talk about it, and we've done the same thing with PPC. Will be the PPL. Will there be bugs in it? Yes. But we have your back. I promise you. So we'll go in a little bit, but if you're looking at Dollar Leads Club or anything like that, guys, I'm telling you, if you're not using a system like XLeads, I'm going to strongly advise you not to do it. Because when you're talking about thousands and thousands of leads, and guys, the premise of the Dollar Leads Clubs is you're going to have to follow up and work them. Now, I think it's a great alternative to cold calling 10,000 people on a high equity list. I think we can narrow that down to 1,000, 2,000, and you could easily get a few deals out of that. But you're still going to have a system. And that's the point of XLeads. Anybody who tells you you don't need like a software CRM, and honestly, if you don't use XLeads, I'm okay with it too. but just have something that can do everything for you. I've yet to see any software that can match what we bring for the value. Is it a little complicated? It can be, but it's just because we pack so much value. So I don't want to waste any more time. I want to jump into today. I'm going to walk you kind of head to toe. If you just picked it up, it's great. So I'm starting some of the questions. So Christopher, yes, it comps every state, especially non-disclosure. Check me out on Texas. Yes, that's the beauty of why you need something like XLeads. Can you use a little comp it? Yeah, but you're not going to be able to automate and do anything with it. You're going to have to go one by one when you do that. So, okay, I'm going to star some of the questions here. We'll have them on there. I appreciate, God, it feels good to be back in my own dang bed, man. So I have a good time traveling, but we had a cold wave hit Florida, and I think it was around 35, 36 degrees in Orlando, which was a little shocking to me. And that's it. So what's up, Jonathan? I think you made a great decision. So guys, does everybody understand the premise? As we get leads and we make them more, our job, just so you know, our job is to provide you more quantity at the best price we can and do the best quality assurance we can. And so we've hired a whole nother team to help us with the dollar leads. The reason why we're slowing it down is we want to make sure you get the best data humanly possible. So if you're going to do dollar leads or diamond, we'll talk about that later. Guys, I just think it's crazy not to do it with XLeads and coincide the two together. It just doesn't seem like it would make sense. So listen, even if you did 100 leads or 500 leads and you're going to do it on a regular basis, most of those leads, 70% is going to be caught on the follow-up. And if you don't have automation and workflows, which we'll go over today, I'm fear you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff. So hopefully that will help everybody else on it. So let's just walk through this. I'm going to do it, dude. I'm an old guy that walks through software, but I love wholesaling. I love talking to sellers. I love when you guys put deals together. We're in a different world. You guys understand. The days of just hiring a coach and doing one Zoom a week and just cross your fingers and see if it's going to work, it's not enough anymore. You need an entire team to help you out. XLeads is the foundation. And if you like working with us, we'll help you out with it. So let me do this. Let me go ahead and share my screen. We're going to walk through this and I'm going to do best. Put your questions in. I'll try to pop them up as we do it. And let's get this party started. So let me make sure I picked. Okay. So hopefully everybody can see my screen there. And Zach left me the green background. Okay, big deal. No big deal. So let's just keep going. So the first and foremost you have to understand here is when you go into this support, training support, everything you need to know about XLeads. How do I get started? How do I do onboarding? We have actual onboarding. And if you look on this, you click to get started. Zach walks you through a video and shows you how to do that. Everybody understand that? And if you don't go and use all these support videos, you're kind of missing the point of how we do this. Let me refresh it here. So the next word is Zoom support. We do onboarding calls. If you click on here, it's going to walk you through everything we do. Now, the only thing is don't call that phone number. We have a problem with the server and it won't take it off. We'll fix it. We do everything AI and we set appointments from it. So we go from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. We have the workshops. And here's the most important thing. If you're brand new to XLeads, join our onboarding call from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time. We give you the time. We do it Monday through Friday. I pay an expert to show you how to just navigate the basics. Guys, this is like a sports car with all the gears. You fully have to understand it to appreciate it. Nobody reads the owner manuals on a car anymore. And we have to understand that. So make sure that's the first step is you do the tutorials and you go with this. Now, I'm not going to go through every one of these. Everything's right here. Text blasting, cold calling. And as we have new services and features, we put them up on here for you guys to understand it. And it's okay. You're not going to understand everything right off the bat. It's okay. Remember, you're getting more than any other wholesaling software is going to provide you. Most of the time, you guys are paying $100 just for the data. With XLeads at $97, we pretty much give you everything under the sun that you need to get started on it. So if everybody understands that, we'll look at the questions. Awesome. Okay. So let's keep going. Again, remember, I know this is basic for some of you. I just want you to understand how to navigate through this. Some of you guys just picked it up. So it's really it's laid out nicely. So on this side is leads. Anytime you're trying to generate leads, like pull stuff out of the public so you can figure out how to market, I'm just going to click on leads. So when I click on leads here, this is the part where we go and we find what we want to do. So first, navigation, before I touch anything, hear me out. If you look down here, you have a little button right here. This is your customer support button. Bingo. We even put onboarding calls, everything you want in here. And if you have a question, you just type it in here. Now, the first swipe is going to be AI. Why? Because we're all about efficiency. If we're a software company that's founded on AI, why wouldn't I use AI to do customer service? We have an entire bullpen of customer service people behind this, Monday through Friday. Does everybody understand that? Some of you guys want instant answers. We listened to you. The phone thing just didn't work out because we have to send screen shares. We have to do Looms. We have to do everything. So a phone call, it usually takes 8 to 10 phone calls just to solve one problem. So me and Zach tried it. We like the personal service. It's just not efficient for the amount of customers we have. So we try to do frequently answered questions. We have AI answer it, which is an internal robot inside ours that answers the most common questions. And then if you need a support at a live agent, you can request it. Now, you're not going to get it on Saturday, Sunday. I'm trying to make this as affordable as possible. And then if you decide you need a 15-minute Zoom call, we can schedule it. It is not instantaneously. I pay for the whole thing. In fact, if you want to have somebody set you up with A2P, because we've dealt with so much frustration over the last year, we pay to have it set up. On average, it's about $150 for us to pay an agent to help you set it up. They're going to give you guidance and show you how to do it. Yes, it's a process. It's not our process. Everybody has to go through it. So I want you to do is you can click on there, and this is where you guys are going to do the customer service. Everybody understand? So we go through AI. We do FAQs. AI can answer probably 70% of your questions. If we have to get to a live agent, or what they'll do is put in a ticket over the weekend, or if it's after hours. And then if it is a highly technical program, we can set up and do a live Zoom for you. This is all included in your account. Guys, you can't make it any better than this. I'm telling you right now. In my opinion, this is where you start. Everybody understand that. The next thing I'm going to tell you, if you're brand new to it, these are quick searches, stuffs we've already hit. But what I want you to do is click filters. And if you look here, you're going to see all the different types of filters. Me and Zach have preset our favorite filters for you to find a deal in. This is where I would start. On your left-hand side are all the filters. So if I don't want condos, I can take it out of there. So say I want to do, say Charleston. Was it Charleston? Let's do Charleston, South Carolina. Rick, what are you showing? When I do it, I can research the market. So if I look up here, it's going to tell you the total lead count based on the filters you have set here. Why do I do this? If I'm just starting out doing nationally, or I'm doing some just outside markets, or even my local market, this is what I'm going to jump on. Why? Because I can assess to make sure there's enough leads that I can keep it going. So right here, with all these presets, there's around 51,000 filters. There's no cost to this. You could compare 4 or 5 different markets. So a lot of you guys goes, hey, Rick, hey, do you like Montgomery, Alabama over Asheville, North Carolina? I go, I don't know. What's the lead count? Boom. It's right there. You can do research on it. Now, the next level I'd like you to do is you have the filters here, and you can click on them. I like to go left to right, and you can figure out what's most important to you. So say I want to do pre-foreclosures in South Carolina. I click on that. That said 460. Let's see what it says down here. See if it 460. And then what I'm going to do is go to property valuations. And why do I do property valuations? Because say I don't want anything over 250,000. You can do whatever you want with this. This is the beauty of it. So it's going to go back and recalculate it. See, now I'm down to 31. And guys, all I do is click search list. And what do I have here? I have all the ones under 250,000 that are in some sort of pre-foreclosure. They're going to tell me if it's on MLS. It's going to tell me if it's anywhere. And then if you want, you can basically click all these lists and you can put it in your leads. You can download it. You can export it. You can drop down. You can do, you can basically skip trace this list. But this is where you want to play around with the list. So if I decide to just click on this first one, now all the phone numbers, everything's up there. I'm not going to put it up there. This looks like it was a previous listing. It'll give you a quick summary. And guys, here's the most powerful part of what we do. I'm a wholesaler. I'm not going to waste time. Don't sit here and comp the properties to death. Seek motivation first. This is the ARV we call retail, so we don't get confused. Gives you estimated rental and gives you an approximate wholesale value. Why do I do that? Because if I'm working on the phone, I can pull it up real quick. And if this seller goes, I want 800,000, I'm probably not going to go very deep with them because we're all wasting time. Now, what if they go, Rick, I'd really like 175. This is somebody I can work with. I already know they're in pre-foreclosure. Plus, this is an absentee owner. Guys, when I used to do these phone calls, I knew nothing. Now I'm giving you information so you can help people solve problems, and it should be easier for you to connect with them. I don't worry about any of those scores. That's not my niche. I know some of you guys notch out that, but you can go in there. You can do everything you want. It'll give you all the insights you want on the property. Everything I need here is I just pull it up and I can talk to the seller. Everything's at my fingertips. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think you should rely on all this information. I think you just got to talk to people and qualify them. And remember, find people who need to sell versus people who want to sell and see if they're going to work with you. If they come in and tell me it's 800,000, I see a retail of 231, I'm not going to spend a lot of energy on it. I know they want to sell and I know they're not serious about it. Now, here's the thing is, I still go through the qualification process. Why? Because the house is in pre-foreclosure. It's an absentee owner. And if I can connect with the seller, get rapport with them, basically earn their trust and get the story behind the property, you got a great shot. Remember, everybody puts their best foot forward. People are peacocking when they tell you 800,000 when their house is in pre-foreclosure and they're a landlord and it's probably vacant and they're going to lose the home. Our job is to help the sellers get out of their own way. XLeads is a tool. You guys understand? It's a tool, not a crutch. And if you understand that, you can go through it. Give you length of ownership. If you want to go back in the filters and go, okay, listen, I want to make sure you can do property features under here, lien information, ownership information. This is my second favorite filter. I'm going to do individuals, and I'll do trust on here, and that cuts the numbers down in half. And then if you want, you can do previous sale information, foreclosure information. Guys, the information goes on and on. Let me see what else I can show you on this. Oh, ownership information. I like people that have owned a property at least 3 years, maybe 4 years. Let's see what it does to our numbers. 17. I'm sure it'll cut it down. And we're down to 9. And then I click the results. Once again, they come up here. It'll show you a map where everything is. I go through it. Some of them are going to have pictures. I click on this one. And boom, when I have a conversation with them, check this out. I already know the numbers. I know roughly where I need to be. I know it has a lot of equity and it's in pre-foreclosure. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, honestly, a lot of the stuff we share with you, let me take this off the screen, is some of you guys like obsess about data and it's too much. Like, honestly, you guys who comp, I almost want to take XLeads away from you and shake you. The most important thing you can do is qualify someone to see if they're motivated. Otherwise, you're working for free. And wholesaling is already hard enough. Why waste your time? You've got to spend your time on your list and getting through them. So we have to figure out how to do that. So everybody clear on that? We'll go to the marketing. Let's keep going for time's sake so we can make this work. So let me add back up on the stage here. Let me jump back into XLeads here. So the leads, guys, you can do anything you want. It's absolutely crazy. All the stuff you can do. You can pull high equity lists. You can do anything. But if you have no experience, what I'd like you to do is work in our preset quick list filters. And what you can do is learn. So when I click on there, it's going to go ahead and give me the value. I put this one in here. So see what happens when I take it off? The number should go up. So we'll see that 216. If I take off years of ownership, it should go back up. So you have to understand how to work with filters. And guys, I always told you my favorite thing is to become a list ninja. List ninja. Understand the data. Once you understand the data, you can do anything in this business. And let me give you this disclosure. I got to take this off the screen before we do this. Guys, I love wholesaling. I honestly don't think you have a shot if you're going to do PPC, PPL, direct mail, SMS, or cold calling without some sort of follow-up system. You might as well get one that includes everything in it. Anyone who tells you you need otherwise, just tell them to create it, and we'll both make each other better. So, guys, I've been in this business almost 24 years now. All I do is preach to you guys about running a marathon. There's a lot of sprinters coming after you. Now, for those of you saying, "Oh, Rick, what are you and Zach even like doing in PPL?" I have no problem with the current providers. I actually think they offer a valuable service. We do business with iSpeed Elite. I got plenty of deals off them. They're high quality. They are the number one in the business. But it doesn't mean I can't find a way to help you guys out. We need volume. We need systems, which use XLeads. And we need to get the prices down. Why is it only when me and Zach go and just we provide a service, I don't attack anyone's business, then prices go down? So we did it in coaching. We did it in software. And now we're doing it in PPL. I'm not a high service provider PPL. There's plenty of services out there. You can go iSpeed to Lead. There's Newly. There's a bunch of them. They're all great people. I've met them all. But it doesn't mean I'm not. I promise you, me and Zach will raise the standards of that part of the industry. There's no transparency in the industry. You guys have no idea where the leads come from. You have no idea how many people buy the leads. We're going to fix all that. You're going to have to give it a little time. But what better way? I'm going to be honest with you. Most people that run like PPL companies, they're just not wholesalers. And it's not a knock. It's just the truth. So which would you rather have it? You want to have a marketer come after you and sell you leads? I think the bidding system's ridiculous. I appreciate iSpeed Elite that doesn't do that. That's why I don't recommend a lot of the other providers. But I'm just saying, guys, I want you to understand that. So we've built it up where we can get it to you, because I don't know. When I got started, I didn't have between $200 and $500 to pay for one lead. I think that's absolutely insane. And we're going to fix that. Remember, me and Zach, we beat to our own drum. People can do whatever they want. I don't care. And you know what? They can say whatever they want. There's nothing I can do about that. I've been in the business 24 years. Go find somebody else that's been in the space, that's teaching you this long, that's actually raised their son on wholesaling, already has 9 years experience in his mid-20s. It's crazy. So you know we're going to be here. I've watched nothing but a merry-go-round in wholesaling. People come in, they come out, they come in, they come out. I'm one of the few that have stayed. There's some other OGers that have been in it, and I give them a holler out. Jerry Norton's been in the business for a long time. I give him a lot of credit for doing it. But like, I've always beat to the drum of the new wholesaler. I'm sorry, man. Like I'm the guy I fight in your corner. And guys, remember, when they come for me and Zach, they're coming for you. A lot of people don't like what we're doing. Call us disruptors, whatever you want. I only focus on getting the wholesaler a shot and a value without dropping $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to get started in this business, because that is always the mantra on it. And the problem with PPL is, like, it works, but the problem is it feels like you're pulling a lottery pin, and paying $200 to $300 a lead is absolutely insane to me. So we'll talk about it. Let's keep going. Okay, let's keep going on here. So everybody understands that I just don't see how you replace like XLeads, because it ties everything in. And let's be honest, guys, I don't hide the Go High Level thing. Why am I going to compete with Go High Level, a multi-billion-dollar corporation that honestly creates the platform, but you still have to learn how to navigate it, how to speak wholesaling, and how to do it. And that's what we're to talk about today. So this is the leads tab, guys. Everything you need to do is in there. The next one I want to go to is for those of you who are paying for dispo software. I got news for you. If you do the Pro or the X plan, it's included. So listen, if you want to go out and pay $200 to $500 separately for it, knock your socks off. I'm sure it's great software. It makes no sense to me. I couldn't stomach it when I was in my business and all these people brought in all these dispo. Why wouldn't we have one platform to do everything we want? So if I need to find leads near me, let me click on here. So let's just say we're going to go to, I don't know, Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. Let me click on here. I have an outlook on the market. Now, guys, once again, this isn't going to be on the basic. Let me pull this up. So it's going to give me, so obviously open doors number one. We obviously know that. And then I can go on here and I can go, okay, do I want to do it by flips, total profit, average purchase price, whatever I want to do. And if I go over to my filters tab here, check this out. I can do it by flipper. Say we're looking for landlords. Now you can do size and everything like that. And if you look in the lower right-hand corner under the search button, it's going to search down there and figure it out. So let me let it think for a minute because Atlanta is absolutely huge. And maybe I just need to set the average purchase price. We'll say maximum 350,000 and see what we come up with. So let's let that think. Guys, look at this. This is crazy. So I got 42,000. So let's just cut this down to 200,000. So we have a manageable list. Now there's certain things I can't show you because YouTube throws a temper tantrum. And I think people just don't like us showing what we do. But I'm going to click this. And then I come up and then I can do it in ascending or descending order of the size of the portfolio, everything they do. But just say I go down to, I'm not going to do habitat for Nick's buying some properties. Check this out. See, now I have to take this off of here because it shows his number. But let me just tell you what it says because I can't hide the freaking phone number. He owns 68 properties. And if I click them all, which I'll put it back up on the screen here for you. Uh-oh. I didn't click it. Hold on. View all. Oh, it opens it up in a different window. Let me show you. Let me, I know I got to change windows. This is such a pain in the butt. Let's see here. Share screen. Let's do our new window here. Which one is it? Okay. No. No. Yeah, it's got to be that one. Okay, let me show this. Everybody see that? Now, without going into this, guys, like you can get as much detailed analysis that you want on this. So if I go at, if you see the screen I see, I'm making sure I got the right one. Okay, we got it. So it basically tells you what this is. You could go through it and it'll tell you everything. See all these tags, automation of AI goes through everything. So if I look on this one, I click on this one. Check this out. I get phone numbers, do the whole thing, and everything's in there, and it's going to give me as much information as I possibly need on it. Phone numbers, everything, when they bought it, and all that. So I want to show you one other really cool feature that I kind of grazed over, and I got to close some of these windows out because this is getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. Okay, I think we're safe there. I think we're safe there. So if we do this, let's go back and share our screen. because I forgot to show you one of the most powerful things in XLeads that you guys can do. So let's do this. Let me go back to my leads. So say I was looking in, say, Brevard County. I'm looking for leads. Just do random. I know a lot of you guys do Brevard County. But I just want to kind of show you, just because I know the area well, is you can look at everything here. So say, my God, I didn't know you could have a 588 square foot. I didn't even know they made a house that small. There's no way. Okay, let's see here. What am I on filters here? Let's just say we did pre-foreclosures in that area, 1429. Okay, let me pull it up. Let me show you one of the things you can do with this. Now, guys, trust me, there's plenty of great dispo softwares in there. I just don't think the value's there for them. I'm not discounting what they do, but like for $200 to $500 a month, that is a lot of money to find a cash buyer. And by the way, at the $97, I'll show you how you can find a cash buyer even without this. We want to give every wholesaler the tools they need to win in this business. So here's a typical one. Let's just pull this one up in Palm Bay. So check this out. Now, if I want to, number one, if I want to analyze the property, if you have the Pro or the X plan, you can click this. Guys, this is a luxury feature. It is definitely not a requirement. I don't need AI to tell me everything, but sometimes it's helpful in a pinch. I'll pull it up there and it'll pop up, and I want to show you. So why that's thinking, but what I could do is, say I'm working on this deal and I'm working on it. I can go over here. So check this out. Exact property, Palm Bay is a great fit, financially distressed, great seller profile. It's in a trust in New York, high equity, off-market gold property, gives estimated numbers. I mean, guys, this is really valuable if you don't have experience wholesaling. If you're experienced, I'm going to be honest, you don't really need it, but it's great if you have a team or you're working with a VA, because it gives them kind of training on the spot to find out where they need to be. Now, say I need to find like a buyer for this property. I can click buyer match, and it's going to search that area for very similar types of properties. And then it's going to rank them from 1, 2, and 3. Holy moly. This MVR Inc. is a landlord and a flipper. Oh my God, there's their phone number. There's their email. They have 485 properties. Now I can go in here and look at all the flipped properties they've done and figure out exactly where they're buying. So when I get this cash buyer on the phone, I have a very serious phone call. I don't have to vet them because I've already known they've done it. And then if you look on the map, it's going to give you a geographic area of where they've gone, and you can zoom in on it. Obviously, they like that area. And if I go over here, dude, this dude loves this area, this company, whoever it is. And now I know, and I can rip through. Guys, all of a sudden, I have all the dispo tools I need inside of XLeads. Does everybody understand the value of that? I could go through it. You can work through it. I'm just here to tell you, if you want a one and done shop, I just don't see anybody else that puts it together the way we do. And remember, we are wholesalers. I'm in the same fight you guys are. The problem is we're dealing with professional marketers that sell us software, that sell us lists. Guys, I have bought everything from an outside vendor. Listen, they're all doing a service, but we didn't have a choice. This is like if you want to get your house rehabbed. I got to call a masonry. I got to call a woodworker. I got to get an electrician. I got to get a plumber. What if Rick and Zach were your GC, your general contractors, that actually did this and know how to put the whole thing together? And we go out and take the power of all our users, our 5,000 plus users, and we negotiate on your behalf. But the problem is, before us, they've been doing it the other way. How much money can we get from these wholesalers? They don't understand how to get this information. They don't understand how to do a list. For the first time, we have absolutely knocked that thing out of the park. I did not realize that hedgehog. Okay. Geez. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna fix it. It is what it is. Um, I want you to look at it. Everything we've done, we go, hey, listen, we have 5,000 users. We want to get the best value. You guys have been wholesaled in reverse order. They go, how much can we get them to pay? We go, no, no, no. We're not paying more than this. And every negotiation, this people talk about being like the greatest closer in the world. Dude, I can do one-off home sellers all day long. I love doing it. I love to take the skill set and go negotiate millions and millions of dollars to basically give you guys the best deal possible. Then you guys can have more success, more deals. We can work together and I get more deals. And honestly, the fulfillment is I've been in this business almost 24 years. I'm the only guy that's actually raised a child as a wholesaler and actually made him a wildly successful wholesaler. And now he wants to pay it back forward. He's convinced me to do this, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Zach's been a huge influence because I was making plenty of money doing all this. He says, Dad, if you teach people the exact way you taught me, we can help them out. This is how we wound up with XLeads. This is how we wound up with all these products to help you guys out. We had a long-term vision. I can't find many other wholesalers that have the vision. There's a few, but not many. Most, let me coach you. Let me do a Zoom. Let me take your money. It's evergreen. It's wholesale. Let's go. Here's all my affiliates. Make sure you pay them so they split it with me. Guys, the days of affiliate links are pretty much done. When I started in this business, everybody shared lists. Guys, you are in a community where all the coaches get together and collaborate on how they can take money from each one of you. Don't get me wrong. They provide value. And by the way, me and Zach are not allowed in these meetings. And I would never, like, they're great people. They're great people. They're just in this old, broken system. And the crazy part is, if I want to teach you financial freedom, I have to teach you how not to trade your time for money. And if a coach does nothing but trade their time for money, how are you going to break the system if they can't even break the system, is the truth. So let's get back in here and let's do some more stuff here. So I appreciate all you guys. Put the questions in because I am going to go through questions here shortly. So this is how we do that. You can go over to your, let's pull up our dashboard here. Now these dashboards you can make as complicated as you want. Please don't get overwhelmed with this. Honestly, until you get in and you get 5-10 deals, this dashboard should be your biggest priority. Your biggest priority has to be the task section. How many messages you have and how many actions have you take to push to get your goal. We do appointments. This is all customizable. It's a bit much. I agree, but we need to get you started. Now, the next part is, did you know inside of XLeads, you can talk to your customers? Oh, wait a minute, Rick. I don't have to go on my cell phone. I don't have to send a separate text. I don't have to log in my Gmail. Yes, but you have to set it up correctly. So we go into conversations, and right here, if you look in the upper right, if I want to make a phone call, I'm not going to click it because it's going to go through, and I got to be careful with, oh, Lordy, I got to be careful with phone numbers here. But that's basically, you can go in there without me getting in trouble and getting banned here, is I can dial everybody. I can text them. It's a documented record with every contact, every vendor we ever do. Yes, you have to set up a legitimate email outside of Gmail or AOL because you're going to go in spam. So we try to educate you, and me and Zach's job here at XLeads is to educate the wholesaler. So guys, put in the comments, if you're frustrated with XLeads, I want you to understand it takes time. I want you to master one task today, and I want you to move forward. You get this groovy calendar in here, which links to all your contacts. This one's blank because it's my demo. I'm not going to click the contacts because it's going to pop up all my contacts, and I'll probably get in trouble on that one. And then here's one of my favorites, the deal board. Check this out. If you look at this from left to right, and we have different. So I have JV ones. I have a wholesaling one. You can set up each separate pipeline. So here's an example. Obviously, I have Zachary again on this. They want to sell. Boom. Hey, they qualified. You can actually, now you could, in the beginning, I strongly urge you to drag these yourself. As you learn how to do automations is, once you do a follow-up and they want to set an appointment, you can, the CRM in XLeads will automatically slide this over when you click the button. And then when you send them over to send her a contract, it will automatically generate the contract for you. And then you can print it out. And then when it's under contract, you approve that. Once they sign it, check this out. It automatically sends it over to under contract. And then once you sign the assignment of contract, it'll generate it and put the whole thing for you and set the close left or right. Now, check this out. If you want to do, we're going to put a DPL one on here, but if you do PPL, use like a outside vendor. As I said, guys, we actually like iSpeed to Lead. They're a high quality. But like, I don't know about you, a lot of you can't afford $400 or $500 a month. And we know that. So we want to fill that part of the market. If you're having success with an outside PPL company, keep doing it. It's fine. But guys, I just don't know how you can do PPL without having a CRM like XLeads. It just seems like a waste of time and money. 70% of your deals are going to come through the follow through. Okay. If you guys like to work JVs, boom, JVs, it's right here. The sources come in, we move them over. I mean, this is the only way we operate. And say if you have a website, you can actually have your leads dump into here and do the whole thing. So we give you a preset kit. You don't have, here's the really cool part, guys. I want everybody to understand this. Hold on. Now I'm lost. We preset this all up for you. We preset this up for you. Now, Andrew, I see this comment on here. It's seemingly that we're just software is just no, the software has been out for, I think, 14, 15 months. But it gets powerful. We do a release about every 4 months or at least twice a year. We have a major upgrade. We do it. We have some stuff coming out in January. It's going to be, I mean, that's crazy. Your screen is not moving. I'm not sure. So the next release is going to come out in January. So it'll be good. Can't see the deal board. Okay, hold on. I must have screwed up on you guys. Let me go back and do that. I apologize. It's because I have to switch screens manually every time. Hold on, guys. Let me put it back up here. Sorry about that. Okay, hold on. I appreciate it. Okay, so everybody sees it. Let me just go back and do a quick. So guys, everybody sees the screen now. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get talking. I'm marking questions here. Okay, screen is good. So good. So on this is if I do my JVs. So if I have a JV, let's do something simple. Let's just go to a wholesaling. And by the way, guys, we preset these tabs for you. You can add to them as you get more advanced. So if I had John Smith here, I can go from left to right with him. So if you're new to XLeads, especially go high level, you can manually slide these over. Hey, I got a follow up. Hey, I put them under a contract. And once you understand how the workflows work, which I'm about to show it to you, is when you click, hey, we set an appointment, it'll automatically start sliding them over. So on this one, when I move it over here to send contracts, if you have the workflow set up and you have it on published, you can go in and it'll automatically generate the contract for John Smith as long as all your data is there in the contact. Remember, you have to have a strong foundation in XLeads to get the best value out of this. If you want to come in just to do it for like to electronically send your documents, that's great, but you're not getting the full value of the software. So we have automations where it will move it from left to right automatically for you in the beginning. I always advise you do it yourself. Under contract, I put it there. And if I'm going to do an assignment, and then I can generate an assignment agreement. And guys, if you look down here, you have different options. Like if I'm going to do PPL, now this is for your higher end leads, the ones these guys are paying big dollars for, because you really got to follow up on them. Remember, if you pay between $100 and $300 a lead, you better have a program like XLeads so you can go through the workflows and make sure you make it work. Guys, you have to understand, I've been wholesaling for almost 24 years now. It takes incredible follow-up. And you're talking about a guy with ADHD. This software has saved my life when it comes to wholesaling. The amount of Because everything moves faster, you have to do more tremendous volume. When I did wholesaling, I used to be able to work on 500 leads manually. As painful as that sounds, but I could manage it. I could never work on 10,000 leads manually. It's physically impossible. You don't have enough time. But the reality is, if you're doing cold calling, that's what you have to do. So you're in a day of electronic age. You have to use systems just like this. So let's just jump over to contracts. So if I want to create a contract, this is blank because it's our training. But if you go under here, you can do all your documents and like an assignment of contract. I can pull it up here. Hopefully I got a phone number on this thing. And once you pre-fill everything out there, and if I want to go down here, I go down to the signature section. You can just basically, you can pick the recipients. You can set the order they sign it and you drag. Who here uses another e-signing company and pays for it? You're nuts. It's free for you inside XLeads with your account. Even your basic one, you have everything here. And here's my favorite part of it. Let me see if I can show it to you without getting in trouble. Let me go back here. No, I'm okay. Let me see if I can go back. Is I can look here and let me see here. Mark is completed. You can download. You can actually see these are all in draft mode. I'm trying to see if I have any older ones on my demo account here. You can see in here in real time when they've actually opened the email for the e-sign, and then they'll tell you immediately when they sign for it. Guys, it's a game changer. It changes everything because it'll take care of you. And then you can drag your own templates, your contracts in here. You can put the Flip with Rick contract in there for a simple wholesale. You can have a more complicated one for you guys do probates. I recommend you use your state-approved realtor contracts on those, and you can do everything in there. Guys, you can even get someone to pay you on here. You can do anything you want. But specifically, do you understand how are you going to take your PPL leads, your DPL leads, and without a system with XLeads, it's actually going to be torture. Let me show you one other thing, and then we're going to go into question blitz. Let's go under automations. Now, guys, this is where the real magic happens in XLeads. If you see this, we've already set up workflow. We preload you with workflow lists that we use in our current business, and we test like crazy. Now, I don't overload you. For those of you that would be more advanced, go to joinm2m.com, and we do custom packs. It is a coaching program that we basically give you a 90-day guarantee. You get a deal if you follow the system and you'll do the work. Our requirement is you have to spend at least $500 a month on marketing because that's what it takes to accelerate to do the 90-day program. But if you do that, we have what we call LMP, which is basically leads management protocol. We have an entire team that shows you how to take a lead from start to finish. Now, if you go on this, I'll show you. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let me go back. I pulled up the wrong one. Let's see. So if you see here, this is a really simple one. Let me go back to some of these get complicated. And listen, guys, the last thing I want to do as a wholesaler is like geek out and figure out how to do this, but you still have to learn how to do this. So if you look on this one, like our e-sign has, it tells you how many people, it tells you how many steps. But like we go through, we have so many of these that you get a system and it's already pre-set up. Now you're going to have to learn and you're going to have to change some draft to publish, but it walks through, this is the automation of AI. And guys, listen, like, don't let this scare you. It's set. So when you have 10, 20, 30,000 leads, you're not doing like Uncle Rick did go, okay, who do I got to call today? Oh, okay. Who do I got to call today? Oh my God, I'm never going to be able to keep it. You can't. It's a little frustrating to begin to figure out, but once you understand it, the power of this system, guys, you are basically working like a corporate machine when you figure this stuff out. You're in an age where we have to find ways to automate our workflows. Guys, XLeads, especially with the system me and Zach just rolled out with the Dollar Lead Club, I honestly, I can't responsibly let you do it without XLeads. It's going to be a nightmare. I just don't know how you're going to get through it. Yeah, you can put them in a dialer, all that other stuff, but like the money is always in the follow-up. How are you going to follow up with 10,000 leads? And now that we've made it an affordable price, can you imagine if you had to pay $100 for each one of those leads, you'd go broke. The last one I want to show you is, did you guys know that you can create your own websites inside of XLeads? Oh my God, Rick, I pay GoDaddy $60 a month to do this for me. Now, full disclosure, you have to have a WordPress site or some sort of hosting service. The good news is they're not that expensive. Why do we do this? Because I don't know, there's companies out there that will do your lead sites for you. And then they ultimately want to sell you PPC. I don't have a problem with it. But just so you know, if you have somebody host your website and do everything done for you, number one, you're not unique. You're like everybody else out there. Number two, you're probably going to pay $100 a month just for this service alone. And I promise you, at the end of the day, you're going to be marketed to like you churn blue. Now, you can come in here. We actually create a real estate website for you. It has the landing page. It has everything in there for you. It's absolutely crazy. I don't want to get like the whole thing in here because it's unbelievable. Everything's done for you. Just put in your WordPress site. And then if you want a landing page where you generate leads, instead of you paying a company $100 a month, you can now host it yourself. So I'm not going to go into it because it's going to take me a while to get through it, but you have that capability. We walk you through A2P approval, the whole 9 yards. But remember, now we actually have A2P approval that we actually pay for you to get set up. Yes, you have to go through it and you have to make that work. But I'm telling you, and guys, listen, I'm barely scraping the surface in what you can do in XLeads here. I've never been more excited for what we can do inside XLeads. And I want you to understand, I need you guys to understand this. There's no way you can do lead generation go in 2025 and 2026 without some sort of system like this. Are there other offers out there? Yeah, there's plenty of good companies. I've never seen one that does it all. And guys, I'm going to train you, lead you, and do everything I can. It's so much easier if you work in XLeads because I understand it. I'm fine with PropStream, all that other stuff, but like they don't do all the stuff we do. And honestly, they weren't built by wholesalers. And me and Zach are going to keep building this, make it bigger, better, and provide everything we can in-house for you. If people think it's a threat to their business, I'm just making you better. But when people react, what we do off of XLeads, me and Zach, is me and Zach never react. We only lead. People can do whatever they want. I'm just frustrated with PPL, the cost of it. Now, once again, I'm not attacking the high market lead. There is a real cost to that. And I do not underestimate it. But I think we can get you guys quality leads. Instead of calling 10,000, you can call 500,000 people. You can get deals off of it without giving up your entire life savings. So let's jump on and do some questions here real quick. Clyde says, so dollar leads actually are supposed to be paired. I'm guessing that dollar leads to flow up. So just so you know, they're two separate companies. The reason why we created dollar lead is because you guys need a source so you can get leads. Now, you're never going to be a cold call center. If you can derive your own leads, your own list, prospects out of XLeads, hire a cold call center. We work with multiple cold call centers. Those are your private lists. That's going to get you the highest return, but there is an upfront expense to it, and some people don't want to do it. The average expense to do that is about $1,000, and if you want to do it as a business, it's probably going to be closer to $2,000. But it's if you can do it, it's pretty spectacular. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of you can't afford to do that. So what do? You go to a company and go, okay, I gotta do a membership, which is fine. They have the right to charge whatever they want. And when they do the membership, then you got to pay, I don't know, anywhere from 25 to 40 bucks a lead. Well, how many can you buy on that? If you buy 10 leads, you're already 600 in the hole. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is why we do it. The idea is to take dollar leads and diamond. And by the way, I prefer the diamond one. I think it's just, you get the MP3 file and everything with it. And then you can load it in your XLeads account and work through the ones that want to work with you, just work through the follow through. Guys, we're in a day and age when you cold call 10,000 people, it's getting harder and harder. And so we just want to provide you with another opportunity. I'm not going to lie to you guys, the dollar leads, you're going to have to work. It's not just if you think you're going to call 100 and get a deal, I think you're going to be disappointed. I'm not a miracle worker. I'm just trying to expedite the services. And I probably someone go, oh, it's a scam because I didn't get a lead. I called on 100. I didn't get it. I never said you're going to get a deal on 100, but like 500 would be kind of hard not to. I think on average, 1,000, 2,000 get a deal. Remember, most of you cold calling 10,000 and you're wasting away hundreds of hours. You could do this in like 3 or 4 hours and have it done. So, so Troy, I'll be on the M2M call right after this. So guys, dollar leads is completely separate. It is a source for you to generate leads. And that's what we want to do. I want to give you more activity. I want to bring everything to you at a more affordable price. You're still going to have to bring the work. You're still going to have to bring the work. We have to understand that. Okay, let's answer some questions here. Again, if you go through our tutorials, we explain this in extreme detail. The problem is I got to walk through the whole thing and I only get so much time here. So what I'd like you to do is walk through it with our team because we do the whole, once you learn it once, you're done. And you know what? I believe Zach has done an entire video on this. And if you want, Troy, I'll record one and put it in this group and walk it through. I think it's a valid thing. I just don't have time to do it right now. But you can, they have to be in your contacts and it can easily, it's just a few buttons to click through it. You're talking about a guy who's like got ADHD. So what we'll do is record a video and I'll put it on this channel. And then maybe I'll put it on my channel too and walk you through it. If you need it right away, if you put in a ticket or you just hop on there, or have you put in an AI and just show you how to walk it through it. Remember, we have an entire Go High Level team. That's all they do. In fact, they're former Go High Level employees. They're the best you can get on it. So, but once you figure the buttons, you do it once, you're done. And that's how I do it, guys, is I walk through it, I click it, and I get it done. I'm like, okay, I learned it. I try to learn 1 or 2 things every time I'm in there and figure it out. So I'm sorry, that was Kenny. I apologize. So Troy says, hey, Rick, I'm an XLeads member. I'd like to focus on pre-probates. Where can I find your PPS training? So I'd have to find out exactly where it is. I got to get with my team because it's somewhere. But I'm just telling you, probates are pretty, like, I don't want to complicate it. XLeads, you can go in there and you can get them online under the lien section. And I've done so much training on probates. The videos are endless. I've been doing that. I've been doing probate training, 9, 10 years now. And it should all be on there. I will try to find a link, but I believe it's still in our training stuff. I got to find out. And you know what? I got to do an update and a refresher. I've been meaning to do that. But guys, the biggest key with probates is to locate them and then contact them. So we'll get it. Sorry, I mixed your names up. So Kenny, we'll put a video together. It's like I do it once and I can solve thousands of people's questions. So if you have it, I'm sure you're not the only one. So, so people asking, let me see what else I can do. Guys, I appreciate, and those who came out to Orlando, I really appreciate you coming out. Me and Zach do our best to, like, I know we're always behind camera. I know we got over, like, I think 8,000 videos now. But to me, I really like the personal interaction. And we're trying to find a way where we can put a lot of people in a room. But it's complicated. And we'll update you on that. I think it'd be awesome if we all got together with XLeads, work on it. We find ways to get all our leads going in everything we do. And I think we can do some amazing things with it. So we'll keep you updated on that. Guys, I want you to stay focused, keep committing with XLeads. And remember, you're always going to need this platform to get it going. And guys, always keep in mind, if you need some additional help, we have a M2M program. Remember, our expectation on that, if you can't spend $500 a month in lead generation, remember that money doesn't go us, it's lead generation. Just wait, work with freewholesaling.com. We have something for everybody. And keep in mind, guys, the whole point of what we do is to make wholesaling available for everybody. I never, ever forget about the people that don't have money. And most of the people teaching, they don't want to mess with you unless you got 10 or 20 grand. And I just don't think that's right. They have the right to do it, but we're going to fix that. So I appreciate you guys. If you're on M2M, give me like 5-7 minutes. I will be on that call shortly. And it should be fun on Saturday. Maybe a little bit more time on it. So guys, have a good one. If you're on M2M, give me 5 minutes. I'll be over in that stream.